Architects of Change is a research project which aims to deliver sustainable built environmental education by turning on its head the notion that one generation passes on its knowledge to the succeeding one and recognizes instead that in the matter of environmental and ecological awareness, it is the upcoming generation that has the power and the energy to teach the elders. The key concept is to place our students at the heart of training, development and delivery because they are both the architects of the future, but also the generation that has most at stake that environmental issues are taken seriously by the leaders of our society. I came up with Phase 2 concept after being inspired by the success of Phase 1 and becoming aware of the importance the housing executive places on its strategy of educating future generations of citizens and tenants.
The Northern Ireland Housing Executive has chosen this project to invest in because fundamentally we're investing in children and young people today, but enabling them to make decisions tomorrow. And that's hugely important from a housing perspective, from a placemaking perspective, and from a sustainability perspective. We have huge challenges as we think about and prepare for the impact of the climate crisis, as we prepare our homes so that we protect our people across the city to stay safe, warm and dry, but also to invest in innovation and invest in technology and prepare ourselves for some of the opportunities that are coming as we become a greener, more sustainable city. So it's incredibly important from the housing executive's perspective that we're ready, that we're solving problems together as partners with our children and our young people and students across the city, and so that we're learning from them and they're putting that learning into practice.
At Ulster University, our school's outreach is defined by sustainability, so we would work with our colleagues and academics across all faculties to make sure that all of our services to schools and all the resources that we use, we would try to be as sustainable as possible. And therefore, this whole programme of Architects of Change fits really neatly into our agenda.
The Architects of Change Phase 2 programme is a training programme for Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3 schools within the North Belfast region. I wanted the children to learn as much about the carbon impact as possible and how they can influence our environment by being as environmentally conscious as possible, as well as that upcycling workshops where it teaches them about reducing, reusing and recycling past and unwanted items. My experiences and knowledge have shaped the project in that I am an illustrator outside of work, so I brought that influence into these workshops by having more interactive sessions with the kids in terms of teaching them about carbon footprint, but making it like a painting activity.
I think a big thing that the children have learned in this project has been just kind of what climate change is, and also how what they do impacts their environment and kind of even their immediate environment, and that their actions do have a big impact. And they've also learned an awful lot about what they can do to help to combat climate change, just even the little things. They've also learned a lot about kind of their peers in other countries and the difficulties they're facing and the impact that climate change has on their day-to-day lives, it's been a big learning curve for them.
Well, the project teaches me about climate change and how our actions can, what they can do to the climate change, and we learnt a lot, so we did. My favourite workshop was the terrarium one, because when we were trying to do it, in the middle of it someone screamed spider, and the spider was really small. It basically teaches me how to help the planet more. I did really have so much fun. Everyone had fun because it was really, really, really nice. We got to do loads of cool stuff and everyone was so helpful.
When I was the research assistant on Phase 1 of the project, I worked with PhD researchers, leading academics and master's students to collaborate and research a 128-page sustainable manual, which then informed our physical workshops.
We had done a lot of research to develop the first phase of the project, and what we wanted to do next was to translate the information and the concept that underpin sustainability in the built environment for a younger audience. I am really a firm believer in children taking their first step into sustainability from a very young age and doing so in a fun and engaging way.
I know that My class absolutely loved every session, and they did learn an awful lot. And I think also keeping that link with the schools team from the University of Ulster has been really, really important for us. And I think a big part of one of the reasons would be the tour that they get to have whenever they come and see the university. That has really inspired a lot of my class to, you know, think about their future and think about what they could possibly do, just from seeing the facilities here and seeing, you know, what coming to university might be like for them.
Throughout this programme, we've been able to see the enjoyment and the creativity that's came from our pupils. It's really, really important to see local issues dealt by and discussed by our young people. And in fact, over the last number of weeks, we've had young pupils discuss the green areas, the play areas, and actually the community development that sits around their local school. We hope that our young people will have a ripple effect on their community and their city, so that what they learn within this programme, they can come home and talk to mum and dad, and then brothers and sisters, teachers, their friends, and hopefully across that school community will have that ripple effect of what it means to have an impact and a strong voice with sustainability.
My aim for the future of the project would be to widen our delivery to schools outside the Belfast region, and to further support the funders' aim of educating the younger generations in the whole of Northern Ireland to be more environmentally aware. The workshops we deliver will encourage programme participants to really think about their transportation and eating habits, their school and home energy use, what they recycle, what they throw away, what homes they will eventually buy or build to live in, and crucially, what kind of cities they would like to inhabit.